Hey Radu, you traveled again a fair bit. There was the EU PVSec in Vienna, then you went to India to two events, and then you went to France. Quite a lot of traveling again. That's how we know you. Um, what were the highlights from? Maybe we start with Vienna.
Yeah, so hello Torsten again, my friend. The last time we spoke, it was after or during
Aria,
the
Aria
Ari
Plus.
Plus
Yeah.
in US exactly. And now I've been to Vienna and yeah, great show again. And but I have the feeling that because of Germany now decided not to invest into PV production, and there was the story of Meyer Burger that somehow everything is a little bit postponed in Europe, and I mean there was a big message at the opening, and it was actually good that the EU PV was not in Germany but in Austria, because Austria is now really investing into resilience, Boni, and I think they are going towards PV production, and so there was a positive message at the beginning. But let's say my feeling was that because of the German decision not to invest into PV production, things were a little bit yeah, a little bit negative
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
LPV sec.
Do you know details about the, let's say, resilience support or protective scheme that would help, I guess, European manufacturers?
I mean, now a couple of countries have implemented it, like Italy and Austria is going for it. So they have their different national schemes, and in Italy, it's more that Italy is somehow supporting NL, and I think it's very similar to the Inflation Reduction Act, as I have heard. I have not a big insight into that, and the others are going rather to like what Net Zero Industry Act on European level will also support, is some boni in official tenders, that if you have some local products, then you can get some money on top. And so I think there was a good presentation from somebody from NL. She was saying that the supporting measures in Italy are giving you something like 10 cent per watt peak on top of the price that modules are sold at. So there's some bonus on the existing price.
Yeah. And what would you say that's enough for European manufacturers to compete?
At the moment, I would say it's not,
Mm.
because you are able to get modules already for these were the last numbers, 7.5 cent per watt peak.
Mm.
So it's now even well below 10 cent.
Yeah.
But people hope when everything will come to normal prices, like it's 12, 13 cents, that these 10 cent are good enough. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then you moved on to India, and I mean we already got some flavor for India with our panel discussion we had at Vienna, because we had the representative of the National Solar Energy Federation of India, Zubu, Mr. Pulipaka, and he already mentioned the key challenges for India are the four M's, which you keep citing also on your LinkedIn posts, which refers to machines, materials, manpower, and money.
Hmm.
What's
Yes.
the update? You got now an direct impression of the situation in India with your discussions when you visited the REI in India. and you had a terawatt workshop in there. What's your impression? What are the strategic moves? What's the situation regarding those 4Ms?
Yes, so India is amazing, and so actually this 4Ms, as you maybe know, became 5Ms during our discussions at EUPVSec, and now even at the terawatt workshop, people were talking about 6Ms, and the 6M is mentality.
Yeah,
If
I like
you
that
are
one.
somehow.
Yeah. What's the fifth
Yeah.
M, just to keep everybody in the loop here?
So I think money was not
It's machines, materials, manpower,
belonged.
money, mentality. Is there one more?
Yes, there should be one more. Did you say mention material?
Yeah.
Market.
Market. That's very
Yes.
important. Yeah. All right. So there's
Yes, I think the four original ones, I think, were market, material, machines, and manpower. And then Gianluca, I think, was mentioning money at
okay.
our discussion, and now the sixth one is mentality.
All right. Yeah. Very
And
good.
so mentality means, of course, we all know that people really work hard in the factory, and this will be, let's say, quite complicated also in Europe, I believe, that we can be as fast as the Chinese, because we already see the difficulties in Europe. If we talk to our machine builders and if we talk to Chinese machine builders, they are the Chinese are delivering very fast, and so we sometimes have problems with that. But coming back to India, so
Yeah.
REI was amazing, and similar as in US, the module production is already quite advanced. I think there is something about 60 to 70 gigawatt production in India regarding modules. In US, it's a little bit less. But for me, of course, the most important thing is cell production, because we have the cell technology and so on. And there have been in India new announcements of 65 gigawatt cell production. And
By when?
so there are many newcomers.
Yeah. By when do you think we will have 65 gigawatts cell production?
So at the moment, I think we have a total of something like 10 to 15 PERC and a little bit of TOPCon, and 65 they think about in 2026
Okay.
that these will come online. And but as I said, these are mostly announcements of newcomers, and also mostly in context with Chinese turnkey factories. And maybe you know that the Chinese machine producers are suffering these days, and that's why many of them are also offering more or less turnkey lines, more or less for free. That you get the turnkey line, and after you starting to make profit, you are paying off the line. So this is a new era of desperateness of machine builders.
Yeah. Yeah, I also heard that there's gigawatts of production capacity of tools sitting in warehouses in China because they were expecting continued growth, but it's not happening, right? That makes
Exactly.
it extremely difficult, then particularly then we talk together about the German European activities around for equipment manufacturers to get a footprint or get a hold on the market in India. There's discussion about if there's a ban of Chinese equipment in India, and there's what do you know about that? Obviously, it's not. There's loopholes, or there is not even a regulation.
I think there is no regulation because, let's say, China SC and couple of others are offering their machines. I think it will be more and more difficult to get the most advanced machines. And so, for example, Maxwell is not delivering all the machines they have, or so. There are loopholes, and what is also happening there, that even module machine builder that never was in business in production of machines for cells is offering now also cell turnkey line.
All right.
And this is actually the one that is offering the line for free, because they don't have the equipment yet. And this is what I don't understand, how manager that is responsible for buying machines and let's say looking at the heritage, at what is already in the market, can decide to go fully blind for nothing that is not existing yet. And
All right. So they buy from
making-
companies
yeah.
that don't have a track record in supplying cell turnkey manufacturing lines. Bizarre,
Exactly.
bizarre.
So it will be a big advantage, big adventure.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it. And there's another aspect, which is IP. So there was just the headline that Trina files a lawsuit against Adani. It's again about the TOPCon technology, which is also an issue in the US, as we learned a few weeks ago. What did you hear about that?
Yes, we also discussed this with Adani, and it's becoming really a big mess, because of course we know about the patents from LG that were bought by Jinko and now also co-owned by JA Solar, and then the patent of First Solar. I didn't know that Trina has also something there, and it seems for me to be also somehow fight LPCVD against PCVD somehow, because you know that Laplace is supporting Jinko very much, and so they have some agreement, I guess, and now it's extremely confusing what is happening out there, and even Maxeon was involved in things like that, but it seems to me that they, let's say at the TOPCon level, they don't have so much. But yeah, it's becoming a big issue. You're right.
Yeah.
And
it
have to be
seems
prepared
we
for
are
that.
entering in a new era. IP hasn't played a big role. I mean, there were lawsuits with involving Q cells, which was maybe one of the very early ones, a rare one, and now you can't even track all the lawsuits that are going on. Interesting phase. We need to watch that. And what's the situation for the European manufacturers? You went to France after India. Maybe also we start with IP. Does that play a role also in Europe regarding the choice of technology? We have the players of carbon, which want to start with 5 gigawatts, and also Holosolus.
Yes, definitely. I mean, they start, as it happened in US and in India. They start now also firstly with module production, and this is I think what will happen in Europe as well now. That first you will have the module producers first, and then the cell production will start. But even in the module arena, there are some patents now that have been filed, for example, for interconnection of modules by thin wires, which is actually already state of the art. But there are some patents out there that might be also challenging for advanced module production. So Carbon and others are looking very carefully at it. We believe there are some ways out, and also some, let's say, not only technical things, but you have to look for partnerships and share know-how and things like that. So, but yeah, things are becoming more and more complex these days.
Yeah. Interesting. This was the past EUP Physik in Vienna, the RE Plus in India, Terra workshop. and then your trip to
REI.
REI, sorry, REI in India, and then the Terawatt workshop, the Tour de France. What's next? What's coming up, Rado, for you?
Yeah, tomorrow I fly to Berlin to listen to our Minister Habeck. He will show what will happen in future in Germany regarding research and development. We are starting this new framework research program, and hopefully he will decide not to make too many cuts in budget, because Fraunhofer, ISFH, HZB, and us, we are still needed also for the German machine builders that they will stay in the game. And as you know, we will meet in Frankfurt.
Yes.
You will be there as well, and discussing how European R&D institutes can still assist PV production outside of Europe. And it will become, of course, harder, because now in Europe we will have no gigawatt cell production in the coming 1 or 2 years, I guess, but we have to support other countries like US and India. So this will be one of the major goals of European R&D as well, to support with the machines, but with machines it comes also the technology.
Yeah. Excellent. Rado, thanks a lot for the update. All the best for tomorrow when you talk to
Thank you very much.
Habeck and the next travels to Asia. I learned it's you're going to Japan and China next. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll catch up then, latest. Yeah.
November is the Japan and Chinese days then.
All right. Very cool. Rado,
Let's talk
thanks a
later
lot for
then
the
about
update.
China.
Talk soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, talk soon. Ciao, Torsten.